All right. Hello. My name is Patrick Breen, and I am presenting on the viral infection mumps. So, what are mumps? Mumps are a viral infection that affects the salivary glands. It was very common virus in children before the introduction of the vaccine in 1967. The overall case fatality rate of mumps is between 1.6 and 3.8 people per 10,000 people. So it's very low fatality rate. And the mumps is a viral illness caused by uh, this type of virus, which is a member of the rubella virus family. So, what are the signs and symptoms? Mumps is best known for the puffy cheeks and tender, swollen jaw that it causes. And that tenderness and swollenness is a result of the swollen salivary glands under the ears on one or both sides, often referred to as parotitis. Other common symptoms include fever, headache, muscle aches, tiredness, loss of appetite. And symptoms typically appear 16 to 18 days after the infection, but this period can range as wide as 12 to 25 days after the infection. Some people who get mumps have very mild symptoms, like just cold like symptoms, or no symptoms at all. In rare cases, mumps can cause more severe complications than these mild symptoms, but most people with mumps recover completely within 2 weeks of getting infected. Next slide. Yeah, so this is a picture of a child with mumps. You can see the swollenness there from the salivary glands, very swollen chin and face. All right, transmission. It spreads through direct contact with saliva or respiratory droplets from the mouth, nose, or throat. An infected person could spread the disease in the following ways: by coughing, sneezing, or talking, sharing items that could have saliva on them, such as water bottles or cups, and participating in close contact activities with others, like playing sports, dancing, or kissing. An infected person could spread mumps for a few days before the salivary glands begin to swell, and up to 5 days after the swelling begins. So, vaccine and treatment. The mumps vaccine was introduced in 1967, and it was very, very effective. In the United States, cases of the mumps have dropped by 99% since the introduction of the vaccine. Um, However, mumps has not been fully eliminated from the United States. There are still outbreaks every here and there, often in children or on college campuses. And there is no direct treatment for mumps. So, supportive care may be provided, like trying to make the infected person as comfortable as possible and trying to lower the fever, but there is no direct treatment or cure. And then the complications, like I said, mumps is normally a mild disease, but it is very uncomfortable and can sometimes lead to more severe complications. These complications could include meningitis, testicular inflammation in males who have reached puberty, inflammation of the ovaries or breasts in females who have reached puberty, and permanent deafness in one or both ears. So, in very rare cases, those severe complications could occur as a result of becoming infected with mumps. And then to give you guys, some practical, a practical application of what it might look like for someone to get this disease back in the olden days before the vaccine existed. It was very prominent. I asked ChatGTP to show me what it would look like if a little boy in the 1890s became infected with the mumps. And I thought it would be a cool window into the past to do a reading of ChatGTP's response for you guys. So this is a conversation between a father and his son who was infected with mumps. Okay, beginning now.
Father, I must inform thee that I have fallen ill with the mumps. My face is swelled up most frightfully, and I'm feeling most unwell.
Good heavens, my son. Thou must have contracted it from thy schoolmates.
Tell me, what symptoms dost thou have?
My unmentionables are most tender and sore, and my face has swollen up like a pumpkin. It hurts terribly to chew and swallow, and I feel weak and feverish.
Aye, these mumps can be a most trying ailment. We must keep thee away from others so that it does not spread. But tell me, hast thou any other symptoms?
No, father, only that my unmentionables are quite uncomfortable, and I fear that I may be bedridden for weeks.
Ah, I see. This is a common complication of the mumps known as bursitis. It can be quite painful, but with proper care it should subside. We must keep thee in bed and make sure thou dost not engage in any physical activity. We shall keep the affected area warm and elevated.
Oh, father, what shall I do? I shall miss so many lessons at school, and the pain is most distressing.
Nay, my son, do not lose heart. The mumps can be a most vexing illness, but thou art strong and brave. We shall make sure thou hast everything thou needest to recover comfortably. And remember, we must be vigilant, for the mumps can sometimes lead to more severe complications.
Thank thee, father, for thy kind words and counsel. I shall do my best to bear this affliction and hope for a speedy recovery.
My son, thou art a brave lad. I am proud of thee. Now, let us see thee to thy bedchamber and make sure thee are as comfortable as we can. We shall be with thee every step of the way.
So that was my reading of the father in the 1890s comforting his child with mumps. I hope that kind of opened up a window to the past for you guys and showed you how it might look like if a child were to get infected with mumps back in the 1890s. All right. Well, thank you very much. I hope this was a good presentation, and I will see you in class to answer any follow-up questions that you may have.